Hey guys, this is Julie from Crafty Beach on YouTube, and I have a fun spring Dollar Tree DIY. We're going to start with two of the chunky wood little cutting boards from the Dollar Tree. They're made out of this craft wood and the perfect shape to make a little toolbox planter. I'm going to use a plunger handle from the Dollar Tree. It's a great source for a large wood dowel like this. I just have to go ahead and remove the tag on this. And then I'm also going to be using some of the Dollar Tree craft wood. These little plank board signs like this. We're going to put this all together and make a little toolbox planter that's perfect for spring. So the little cutting board shapes are going to go on the end. I'm going to glue it right over where the holes were on that, lining it up to the edge of one of the board signs. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here on the other side, just using some Gorilla Glue hot glue and trying to make sure that those are at a 90-degree angle like that and pretty straight. Now we can go ahead and put the front and the back of the toolbox on using those same exact signs. I don't really care that there are holes in that. We'll kind of add to the texture and vibe of this. I just attach it with some hot glue here on the front. I don't care if it's not completely flush on the bottom. I'm not going to be putting real florals in this, but if you were, you might want to tighten that up a little bit. And I go ahead and put the back on the same way using hot glue on both sides. The little cutting boards are the perfect shapes for the ends of a toolbox. And then I'm going to need a dowel to go across the front, and that's where the plunger handle comes in handy. I just need to cut this down to size with my saw and attach it. I ended up cutting mine a little too short, so I had to actually cut a little slice to make it longer, because you're definitely going to want to make it long enough to go from one end to the other and fit tightly in there. I add a dot of hot glue on each side and place my little wood dowel in place. And now we can decorate this for spring. You could leave it the raw wood, you could stain it. I'm actually going to paint mine, so I just used some ivory paint and going all over, and might as well use that plunger, right, to hold my paint. And I'm just going to paint this and distress it a little bit to go with the coastal farmhouse vibe of my house. Basically, I'm going anywhere that you might be able to see any of the paint, basically the outsides and the edges there, including the handle. Once I get that on, I rough it up a little bit with my sanding sponge. Not too much, just trying to make sure everything is level. And then we can go in and give this a slight distress. I'm using some Antique Wax by Waverly and just slightly dry brushing it using a baby wipe to wipe off any of the excess and blend it in, but it really adds a lot of character. If you do add a little too much, you can always go back in with your original color and brighten it up a little bit. We're going to be filling this with some tulips for spring. I think they're going to look so cute. The first thing I do is pop in some Dollar Tree foam. I used one of the larger pieces and one of the little blocks cut down to size to fill this all the way up. The florals that I use are from Target Dollar Spot. I found some tulips, but they really have some great ones at the Dollar Tree now too. But first I'm going to do a bed of reindeer moss, and these are the tulips. Aren't they so pretty? I love these. I love the colors of them. They were $3 a bundle when I bought these at Target Dollar Spot. But again, I have found some really cute ones. They might be a little bit larger scale from the Dollar Tree, but you could do any spring florals. I'm going to line those up, alternating the colors there in the back. And then when I go to the front row, I'm going to stagger them slightly so they don't block each other, and do maybe one less flower here in the front. I love this DIY. It was so much fun to make, and I love crafting with supplies from the Dollar Tree. This looks really good. Let me show you how it turned out.